So men don't go on men's trips if they're in a relationship? I'm sorry. Do men go on men's trips when they're in a relationship, or is that not okay either?
Uh, like I love how she just completely just flipped it
Yeah,
on the other
I'm
end. You know
asking
what
a
I'm saying?
question so I
As
can get
opposed
clarity.
to
What's the answer? Do men go
men,
on
don't lose it.
men's trips or no?
She's being herself.
yeah,
Let her be
Oh,
herself.
you say
Kelly,
yes.
you
yeah.
know
So
you
so
want.
men can go in proximity of where there's temptation and things like that, but women can't. Is that what we're saying?
Nah,
That's not
Kelly,
even what
be
I'm saying, and that's
be
not what we're
yourself.
talking about. But I love how you're trying to angle it
I just
because
want answers to
what
the questions that I asked
Yeah,
because
but I also want responses to what I got to say too. And clearly, you're a little bit frustrated because I stumped you, and clearly, what Coco just
no,
finished saying,
I'm
you had her, she gave you pushback. You gave her pushback because of her stance.
it just sounds
We're
like a double
talking about the
standard.
environment. We're talking about the environment that is set up that at times leads people to participate in certain things that influence
I
their
know
better
what we're
judgment.
talking about. And what you're saying is a man can handle it, but a woman can't. Is that what you're saying? Yes or no?
Either party can fall for
Yes or
that same
no?
thing.
Yes or
Either party
no?
can. Either
Yes or
party can
no?
fall for that. Either party can
Yes or
fall for
no?
that.
Yes or no? But what I'm
I
saying
just
is it
answered
okay
your
for a man
question.
to go on? Is it okay for a man to
If
go
you
on
got
a
that bass
man's
out of
trip?
your mouth, if you got that bass out
Nah,
of your mouth,
nah.
you
I'm
would
gonna
have
keep my base
understood
because
that.
whoever,
Yeah,
because you
exactly.
you
But
seem
keep
you
that.
seem to be the
Listen,
type that
I
like to
said
tell your woman what to
party.
do, and
Either
that's not
party
what's
could
happening
fall
here.
for that. Either
Okay,
party
that's
could fall for
Answer the
that. I'm
question.
talking
Answer the
about the
question. You don't
environment that
understand.
is set up for that
I understand what you're
environment
talking about.
to
And when my
happen.
question is, my follow-up question is, are you saying that environments like that, men are able to sustain their commitment and women can't? Is that what you're saying?
But
That's
you're
all I'm
operating
asking.
under the assumption that
I'm
that girl's
asking a
trip.
question. There is no assumption. It's a
Hold on.
question.
You're not even listening. You're operating under the assumption that those women who are on that girl's trip, that those men are out there, that they're not in the same predicament.
Do you
Hello?
understand the question?
How do you come to that conclusion that the men
But
who are
I don't
there
have a conclusion. It's a
fall out of the
question. It's a
sky? They're in
question
the
that's
same
leading me to a
predicament.
conclusion.
They're also
You're
in the
not answering the
same
question, so we
predicament as
can talk
those
about
women.
that.
They're participating in the same exact act.
We already got that answer. So my question to you is about the man versus the woman being in a toxic situation like that. It's a yes or no question. Do you think that men are more capable of handling that than women? That's it. Yes or no?
I think some men can't, and some men are more capable of handling themselves.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
all right. Go ahead,
So
Shan.
look, can I speak?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Shan had a hand. Wait, right. Let's go.
So I would have to agree with Kelly. I'm sorry. I have been on girls trips in my past, in my 20s and my 30s, and I'm the same chick as I am today. Everybody don't have access to me. That's just you, your friends, honey. Like I've never been that chick who went by a man and said you can get this. I don't care how drunk I've been. Never in life have I been that person.
And they know who to try it with too.
My friends too are married. You know, they have, I don't always go to these trips, but we do have a yearly girls trip that's going on, and they are good to their husbands. They do not want to cheat on their husbands because they're just not those type of women. We're not raised to be those types of women where you just, everybody can get your vagina. Like, you know, and I know you said it's not you. Everybody knows one person. You're saying there's one person in your clique who, you know, who moves that way. I'm sure I can think of probably one person. I don't know because it's not really my clique. There's always people out there, but I felt the important to say that because I think that people tend to think that all women move that way, and that is not the truth. There are certain women who move that way, and there are certain women who don't move that way. No matter where you put them, you're just not going to have access to her in that type of way. You're just not. I don't care if you breathe on her, you throw her some dollars, whatever you do, she just does not move that way. And I think it's
Yeah, but Shan, like I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, and it still goes back to this whole conversation we were talking about as far as controlling that environment. I think it has to do with street smarts to me. You know, street smarts and experience. When you're a woman and you a chick that like I've been used to getting attention since I was a girl because I'm a identical twin sister. So I've always gotten used to getting attention. I know how men are. Men sit back and wait for you to get drunk. They know you in a relationship. You already done turned them down. First of all, I'm a type of chick when I'm in a relationship, I really get annoyed when a dude touch me. Don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? And they don't do that. But what am I getting mad for? I decided to go on this yacht with a whole bunch of, said dudes drinking. So why am I being mad that this is happening? I know that happens when I go out. When I go out in a relationship or not, I attract men. You
So
know
you,
what I'm saying? So
so that
you
is
guys gotta.
so I get what you're saying. I too attract men, but no man is going to put his hands on me. You can be friendly and not be accessible. You understand? A person can come over, buy you a drink, come have this little small talk to you, and you can keep it cordial. And as he continues to talk, he knows who he can move that with and who he can't. You understand? I'm not saying men are not going to talk to you. Absolutely, they're men. They're going to try to shoot their shot, of course. But you going home with them and sleeping with them is your choice. It's not his. It's your choice. That's when you have to say, hey, no, I've never had a guy who put me in a situation where I felt uncomfortable. I would not allow myself to be in that position. Most men are, if you talk to them, they may buy you a drink and they'll try you like, hey, can I get your phone number? Blah, 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 blah. But who invite you over at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock? Not us. So it comes down to you, not you, but I'm saying the person who's in that situation. That's you. You can
I feel like it's experience. I feel like, and it doesn't have to be that you had an experience with that with a guy. I'll tell you, in my 20s, fresh out of college, I have a brand new company corporate position, and I go to a retirement party, and this is my first time drinking Moet and Chandon, and I'm drinking these bottles like they are soda. I'm drinking them, taking shots, drinking them. I'm young. I'm 23 years old, and all I remember is partying. The retirement party started at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. All I remember is waking up in the sheriff's office, right next to his desk, in my suit, because he knew who I was. He knew I was a food and beverage manager at the Marriott, and he came there to eat breakfast all the time and get coffee. And he heard over the thing that it's a lady, her badge still on there. She worked at the Marriott. Her name's Chanel Kidd. He heard my name over the intercom while he was at work and told him to take me to his office. And I laid in his office. I woke up at 5 in the morning. I don't know nothing. I was, I don't know nothing. I woke up and the people looked out for me and made sure I got somewhere, but the alcohol was involved. So you can't tell me that when I woke up and because I drank too much or whatever, and I end up waking up at some dude's crib, like, well, you decided to do it. I'm just talking about putting yourself in predicaments like that where that can happen. So if you're going somewhere drinking with people, you need to be mindful. Of course, if I did go on something like that, I ain't drinking. If that's the case, I'm not saying, oh my gosh, I won't do that because my dude don't want it. I'ma still know what my situation is. If I'm gonna be in that situation, I'm not drinking because I know I can wake up and be somewhere else if it's possible because I don't trust guys. Guys will sit back and watch a chick get drunk all night and then walk up at the end of the night. And next thing you know, you in the car with them having a great time. And next thing you know, you woke up like, what the hell? So I know people that have been through that in my 20s. It's just the reality of it. So being mindful when you're in a relationship, you're respecting your relationship. Like, I'm not about to do that because if something goes down, whatever it may be, whether it be somebody that's trying to holler at me, some guy that touched me, then I snapped on them because I do have an attitude, and sometimes guys get mad at that. Anything can happen. So when you're in a relationship, the mindset, you don't even want to be around that shit. You just be like, I ain't going. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Me and my dude gonna probably go somewhere. So yeah, you're right. You have a choice to put yourself in those predicaments as well.
And I would say that sounds more like an alcohol issue than a trip issue, right? So, you just got to know, because I like to get drunk to the point where I call drunk being tipsy. When you know what's going on, but you just feel a little good. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever want to get to the point where I've never blacked out from alcohol.